It is exactly 8:24 p.m. on Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. And, in this place, no matter how many times you notify the crooked Russian slumlord of dysfunctions, malfunctions, health and safety violations, and other code issues that they are required to fix, the more they refuse to do anything about it. So I just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group 2 minutes ago at 8:22 p.m. regarding the fact that I just tried to use the water to my kitchen tap very briefly, and that water immediately started to cause skin burns and irritation, and it literally causes your hands to feel like they're on fire upon contact, which requires rinsing them off in water that is not contaminated with whatever chemical substance is obviously being leached into the water to that tap. So I had to stick my hands in the wash basin next to my sink right now with water that obviously was not contaminated when I filled it up, and the burning and the literally the on fire feeling went away. I also had to tell them that while I've been lying on my bed for the last 45 minutes to an hour just trying to rest, the same electronic assaults using a directed energy weapon that I have been reporting for years that occur usually in the evenings, and I'm lying on my bed just trying to rest and there are no electronics around my bed, has once again resumed, started happening. And this is obviously the same sponsored and paid career criminal and career harasser named Jasmine Irizarry that the Greenville Group have bragged about using as their fixer, although they didn't use that term. They simply told me that she is so talented, she can hack into anything, she can get into anything. And in another conversation, Mr. Oleg Alexeyev, the property manager, stated very clearly, Jasmine Irizarry can take care of any problem, meaning take care of, you make it go away, right? So that's happening even right now when I'm leaving this voicemail. I'm getting electronically assaulted by the same exact directed energy weapon. Well, I don't know, she could have a whole collection of them that she has bragged herself about how she's getting paid a lot of money to use, and that she is aiming it at my head, and that she has it mounted on a tripod. That is the career criminal, sex offender, psychopath, and hacker named Jasmine Irizarry, who Mr. Oleg Alexeyev, the property manager, only has praise for in terms of her criminal activities and abilities. And he has refused to address her behavior every single time I brought it up to him during in-person conversations regarding multiple ongoing issues in this unit. So let's get to what I'm really trying to make this video for. Aside from the fact that I just left a voicemail for the Greenville Group regarding, and I also mentioned that there is hardly any water coming out of my kitchen tap, even though I had both knobs turned to maximum volume and pressure. And as soon as I put my hand under the trickle of water that is barely coming out of that tap, even with both knobs on maximum volume and pressure, the water suddenly started to burn and sting my hands, and my hands felt like they were on fire until I literally stuck them into a tub of water next to my sink that obviously has not been contaminated, and then the burning and stinging was rinsed off and went away. So there's hardly any water coming out of that tap for some very strange reason. Somebody is throttling and interfering with the water supply to that tap. That is a highly illegal and very federal crime. So I actually also just checked my email while I was resting on my bed over the last 45 minutes and getting electronically assaulted, and not by my phone, because I'm actually holding the phone right now. And the electronic assault is not coming from my phone. And I, interestingly enough, just got a denial from the company that I worked for last year. And I made multiple videos about how Twin Flame number 1 was employed at this company, and he had assisted me in obtaining the position that I had with that company last year. This is interesting for many reasons. It's interesting because it follows a pattern, a very clear, reproducible, and now ongoing pattern of basically like hot and cold that Twin Flame number 1 has been engaging in towards my employment as it relates to him working for companies that I've worked for since 2015. Twin Flame number 1 crossed my radar back in 2015, which was now 10 years ago, when we started working for the same company and in the same location, where at least 250 other people were working. It was a giant building, and I didn't see him every single day, but I saw him most days of each week for over a year. So this is for all the pathetic rejects who hate stalk my channel and are so fucking retarded. It's embarrassing to read what they have to say. Their pathetic ignorance is literally gag worthy. A twin flame is a real thing, you pathetic rejects. And when you have physically worked with your twin flame for over a year, the twin flame connection is not a psychosis or a schizophrenic side effect. You pathetic, retarded, miserable rejects. It's real. And I just got an email confirming that this twin flame situation is real, because it is exactly what twin flame number one has been doing for 10 years now. He is extremely hot and cold for reasons that I will never understand. And that was an issue during the entire year that we worked together. He would be extremely hot and then totally cold. And you can't take it personally. That's just how he is. He was not married when we were working together, but he is now, and I really don't care. I'm not going to go chasing him down and sending him love letters or anything like that. That whole situation is 10 years in the past. And I was not sending him love letters even when we did work together. I basically didn't do anything. I mean, I just let him do his thing and wanted to see what he would do. And he did what he does, which is what he's doing now, which is to blow very hot and cold. And back then, and I know the reasons why he gets cold. It's not because of anything that I am doing, although maybe it is, I don't know. But even 10 years ago, already there was a psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry living in this building. She lived in Unit 78, directly behind the wall of my kitchen tap. And even back then, Irizarry was already hacking into my devices and my electronics and finding out what was going on with my work and at my job, which was with twin flame number one. He, even back then, was in a position of leadership, and he had influence over me getting hired or fired. He has that influence now, although I no longer work for the company that he works for. I just reapplied, basically just part-time. I already have another